Hi, this is RxHelp, advice for a person on the other side of the pharmacy counter. Sorry for my long absence from YouTube, but I've been very busy. I just wanted to stop by today because I had something that I really wanted to discuss with you guys. So today I'm going to be talking about a new drug that is going to be coming to the market in the next couple of weeks, and I wanted to discuss what it was, how it's different from what's already available, and what you guys can expect surrounding this drug. So the name of the drug is Zohydro. Zohydro is a new pain reliever that is coming to the market. It is intended for use in chronic pain patients or those who have severe pain and need around-the-clock pain management. The chemical compound that is active in Zohydro is hydrocodone. Now, a lot of you may be familiar with this word, especially if you've ever gotten into an accident and had to go to the ER and they gave you some pain meds to get through the night until you healed a little bit, or those who have gotten their wisdom teeth removed. The reason that you guys might be familiar with this word is because it is one of the two active ingredients in the brand name medications Vicodin, Lortab, and Norco. You might recognize it as hydrocodone / acetaminophen or / APAP. You might have seen that on your bottles when you get it from the pharmacy. So it is one of the two active ingredients in those medications. The difference between them is that besides the fact that Zohydro does not have the acetaminophen component in it, the big difference is that whereas Vicodin and Norco are immediate release, you take them as you need them for really bad pain. You take one every 4 to 6 hours, maybe a little longer depending on what you and your doctor have discussed. Zohydro is meant to be taken once every 12 hours, and it's meant for chronic pain management. It releases over a slow period of time, so instead of being an immediate release medication, it is an extended release medication. It releases the medication over a long period of 12 hours. So you're only going to take it twice a day. And like I said, it's intended for those people that have such severe pain that they need around-the-clock pain management. You typically see this with patients that have had such bad permanent injuries from accidents that they can't function very well. Patients in end-stage diseases of all sorts, they a lot of the time need pain management around the clock. It's for the kind of people, it's reserved for the kind of people that have such severe pain that they cannot function or even live a halfway decent life without it. It's the kind of people that on a daily basis without medication have a pain level of 9, 10, those kind of patients, and that when we do provide effective pain management therapy, it's still only bringing their pain level down to like maybe a 3 or 4 if they're lucky. Those kind of people. It's not the people that get their wisdom teeth removed and need something for a couple of days while their face heals and the swelling goes down. It's a huge difference in patient population between the two medications, the ones that have been around and the new one, Zohydro. So that is the big difference. You're not going to be seeing it prescribed very frequently, unlike the predecessors, which are given if somebody's in immediate pain. It's not going to be seen widely used by the majority of people that are seeking immediate pain relief. So there's a lot of controversy surrounding this medication because of what it is and facts surrounding it. So I'm going to cover good and bad. So some good points with it: the fact that it does not have acetaminophen in it is very good for our severely liver impaired patients. It's good for people who have allergies to acetaminophen. Those are people that we don't have to really be too concerned about with this medication because it kind of bypasses the acetaminophen portion. And also, chronic use of acetaminophen, even at normal levels, can be damaging to the liver on a long-term basis. If you're using acetaminophen every single day, it can be very damaging to the liver. So it's kind of a good thing that they're taking it added there to give people other options for pain management besides something with acetaminophen in it. It's like I said, it's also extended release, so it's another option for pain management for those people who cannot deal with things like OxyContin. So it's a different option. So those are some good things, some positive things about it. The negative things surrounding it would be the fact that it is available only in capsule form compared to tablet forms that you see of its predecessors, and things like OxyContin and Opana and morphine. They're all available in tablets for the most part. This is only available in capsule at the moment, so there's been a lot of discussion that it may lead to misuse or abuse, and that is a concern. It's also a concern of mine that my legitimate real pain patients that are using it properly would accidentally get the capsule open, popped, destroyed in some way, and some of that powder would start to leak out of it. My biggest concern would be the fact that the powder that's inside is actually very, very potent because it is intended to release over a very long period of time. It's very concentrated in that one single dose. So if any of that powder were to come out and a person were to consume some of it, it could cause a lot of problems, including respiratory distress and even death. I would also be concerned that if there's children or pets in the house, that it be kept way away, locked away from those people and animals, because it could harm them very, very easily. So that would be my biggest concern with my legitimate patients that use this drug. Though I am concerned that there may be, some abuse or misuse of it, I'm not going to really try to concentrate on that because there are legitimate patients that can be helped by this medication. I would be more concerned that they would accidentally open the capsules and be harmed non-intentionally. Though that would be more of a concern with my normal patients that I see on an everyday basis. So other things you can expect besides the whole controversy surrounding this new pain medication, it is going to be in a class of medications known as Schedule II drugs, also called narcotics, though in the United States at least. Basically, it's going to have more rigorous control surrounding this drug. The way it's prescribed, the way that it's dispensed, will be a lot different than what you would be used to seeing with Vicodin and Norco. In most states, there are some states where they have started to control Vicodin and Norco more rigorously, but for the most part, in most states, you can get a prescription for Vicodin and Norco and have a couple of refills on it. It's good for several months, whereas this new drug, Zohydro, you're only going to be allowed to get it one time with no refills. It's along the same lines of things like Percocet and OxyContin, where every time you run out of it, you need to go to the doctor and get a new prescription. You can't have any refills on it. It's not something that can be called into the pharmacy or faxed over to us for the most part. And it's something that you'll need to get a new prescription every single month if you're going to be on it monthly. It's also something that cannot be partialed by many pharmacies. There's a lot of laws surrounding partialing of narcotics, and so most pharmacies, if they don't have it, will ask you to either wait until they can order it, which could take a couple of days, or ask if you could take it somewhere else if you need it more immediately. So there's a lot of more strict regulations surrounding the use of this medication compared to the predecessors of Vicodin and Norco. It will be kept under tight lock and key at the pharmacies, as it should by the patients that use it, just because it can be so easily misused. So there's a lot of things that you need to expect. Another thing to expect in the U.S. at least, I guarantee this drug is going to be one that needs what's called a prior authorization. If you want a better explanation of what this process entails, I do have a different video that I'll put a link to in the description box. But this is probably going to be one of those drugs, at least for the first several months that it's out, that will require that, because it is going to be very expensive. It's going to be available as brand name only. So there's going to be probably a lot of pushback from the insurance companies as far as using this medication goes. So don't be surprised if you take a prescription to the pharmacy and they're not able to get you the medication right away. It will be a bit more costly for most people as well, so don't be surprised on that front either. That's just the way it's going to be for a while. It's brand name. It's not going to be off patent for a long time to come because it is brand new. So just brace yourself if you are given this medication. I'm sure that there will be patient savings programs available for those that are interested. You can either try looking on the manufacturer's website to see if there's any online savings programs. Your doctor may have received coupon or voucher programs from the drug representative that came to visit their office to tell them about the drug. So don't be afraid to kind of ask about that if it is going to be an option for you as a patient, because I'm sure that there are patient savings programs that could help you afford the cost of the medication if it is relatively high for your insurance. So those are the main points with the drug. It is something that can provide a lot of benefit, but it is also something that is very concerning to a lot of people as far as misuse and abuse of the drug go. So you'll probably hear something about it in the news in the upcoming weeks. Even local news stations are starting to cover it. So if you have any more questions regarding it, feel free to drop me a message, leave me a comment, or contact me through my Twitter account as well. I'm here to answer any questions about it. I just wanted to kind of inform you guys the basics on the drug and let you know exactly what it was in comparison to other things. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys next time.